Hello, and welcome to my walks with a camera. It's spring, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day in April. I'm over at Whiteman's Creek, which is just over here, and it's running kind of high, running kind of fast. And I'll spin you around so you can have a look at it. And I gotta be honest with you, this is a woods that I've shot in before many, many times. It's mixed of cedar and there's some hardwoods in here. And it's very quiet. And I like this woods. And it's a good place to come and photograph in the spring or the winter. The play of light and shadow on everything. And it's a good day to get out and just wander around and see what you can find. Now, there's nothing wrong with going back to places that you photographed before. One, you know the areas. But the interesting thing is, you can always find something different and something interesting. Like this. I'm looking at a log. There's all kinds of fungus along it. That makes for some interesting patterns, especially with the play of light and shadow. Almost an abstract look. And as I've told you in other videos, I like abstracts. Greens are just starting to come out. And there's this deep brown on some of the fungus. Yeah, makes for some interesting photography. So between Whiteman's Creek and the cedar forest, we're going to find some interesting images. Real play on light and shadow. It's also a good day for a walk in the woods because it's spring and the air is feeling fresh and we can blow off those winter blahs. Very cool. Very cool. Spring is also one of those times when things just seem fresher. Winter, that white, harsh, and the cold, and the snow. And this winter, I got to admit, has been a rather hard one. I've found it difficult. And I grew up in the snow belt in Ontario, where winter was pretty severe at times. And so I kind of got used to it. But this year, winter just seemed to knock something out of me. I don't know if it was an age thing or what, or just body breaking down, not being able to handle it well. So a day like today where I can come into a nice quiet woods and just experience it and walk around, yeah, that's really, really cool. And in the middle of this cedar forest, the way the trees are growing, these are pines, they grow up really straight, but they get some odd bends and crooks in them, which makes them interesting. And the way they can fall on the ground, just making interesting patterns. As I said, it's quite abstract at times, but that just adds to the coolness. And looking at the sunlight coming through the canopy, because it's just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you see the shadow and the light playing across the forest floor. Yeah, that's just really abstract. And I like abstracts. Very neat. Very, very neat. As I've said, this is a woods I've come to many times to photograph. You can always find interesting imagery and just interesting play on things. And this cedar woods I've photographed quite often. But you always find something very, very different. And while there's a familiarity here, it's all good. One of the things about it, if you've noticed, especially over this way, it's pretty chaotic. And the chaos adds a kludginess to everything where it just seems all jammed in every which way. A lot of photographers don't like that. They like those nice clean images. I don't mind the kludginess so much because the twists and turns in the image and the things that you see coming up around them, it's just rather cool at times. And it just adds to the sort of frenetic feeling that you can get. Very cool. Very neat. So never be afraid to look at the kludginess of a situation. You don't need those absolutely clean images that you might think add or subtract something. There's one thing too, the green mosses. We've had a lot of rain this week, and so a lot of the mosses are really green and almost with a neon effect. Small bridge here that I'm having to yomp over. And this one here, that's just makes a little treacherous at times underfoot, but you know, be careful. Yeah, this is really cool. Very, very cool. It's another piece of Whiteman's Creek. Sometimes when I've come here, I've seen people, especially in the evening, fishing. And I know this creek has trout in it. Now, I've never fished it. In fact, it's been years since I've done any fishing. My son always wanted me to take him fishing, and I never did, and I regret that. There's a lot of things I didn't do with my son William that I should have. But I was So busy trying to make a living and worrying about all the day-to-day ratchet and getting the bills paid and making sure there was food on the table. Joys of being self-employed. It's either feast or famine. The income at times is volatile up or down, but we did it and survived. And I have to say this, my son William, well, he's a better man than I am. He's got a good head on his shoulders. And he's just become a father. And she's a cute little girl. Ooh. Looking at these tree stumps here. That's really interesting. The way the light is falling on them, making for an interesting image. That's the other thing. You don't have to look in the world as big vistas or big panoramas. You can find these small things that will pop out at you, and they just sort of make for interesting images. Some of the best images I've shot are not grand vistas. They're small things that you find on a forest floor, the play of light and shadow, things like that. The texture, show you what I mean. The way the light falls on the shadow and the texturing, how the stump has rotted and the spider webs that are all through it. That's really cool. Little pieces of forest bracken that have fallen all over it, and just giving it that extra little something. Just attracts the eye. Very nice. It's a good day for a walk. Very good day for a walk. I got to admit, this is part of the trail through this woods that I've really not been up much. In fact, hardly ever. But let's just see what you can find. That's always good. I like spring days. Sky is this really harsh blue because, well, as I said, it's just after 1. And the place just feels alive. You can almost feel spring. It's another view of Whiteman's Creek. You see these flowers coming out on this hillside. If that doesn't say spring, I don't know what does. You gotta be careful here because I don't want to go ass over tea kettle, but there's a really good image. Yeah, these cedars are in the way down here, but let's see what we can get. I didn't bring my wide angle lens with me, but that's okay. I'm finding that sometimes the best thing to do is keep your gear to a minimum, just the bare necessities of what you need. Well, that's going to be rather treacherous to go around. Part of the path has collapsed out of the way, but ooh. Another image of Whiteman's Creek. I like that. Let's see if we can get that. 70 mil. Shoot it as a vertical. I think what I'm going to do is try a panorama. And we'll see what we can get when we get it home and get it in Lightroom. I don't think I'm going to go that way because the path, the side of this cliff is sort of broken away, and I don't want to end up down there because that would be a bad fall. Yeah, pretty soon things will start to sprout. Leaves on trees that are seasonal. It's a very good day. Whenever you are out and about, shaking off the winter blahs or looking for something, or just a walk in the quiet woods, just remember, it's always a good day when you can have days like this. Enjoy the quiet, enjoy the peace and the tranquility, shake off those winter blahs. Just remember, keep walking with a camera. Until next time, cheers.